And good evening and welcome back to the second of the GamerdadsLive podcast. I'm your host, Womble MK3, and let's have a very warm welcome for the rest of your hosts. Our first host tonight is Trustbreaker. Welcome.
Yeah, what's up, people?
Oh, nice suit, very swanky there, man.
Yeah, I know. Powder blue is fine.
And the second of our hosts tonight is Dark Foamy. Welcome.
How's it going, guys? And Tabulous? And
good
we're matching. We getting bought our tuxedos together, Womble and I, so that's why we look the same on dressing. It was a 2-for-1 special.
So our first part of tonight is to go around our hosts and find out what everyone's been playing recently. Foamy, start us off tonight.
Yeah, I've been loading FIFA lately, Just Dance 3, Dance Central 2, basically because my daughter wants to play, so I guess I have to join.
So you can dance.
Star Wars Lego, and I was trying to get into the Mass Effect mood. I still not very convinced, but I'm trying Mass Effect 1 so far, so.
Alright,
that's pretty much
me. Trustbreaker, what about yourself? What have you been playing?
Call of Duty, of course, at the tournament. Skyrim every now and then, and I just restarted playing Assassin's Creed Revelations.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I've been playing a bit of Modern Warfare for the tournament. I would love to say it's going well, but it really isn't. I just recently started playing Football Manager 2012. We got that yesterday. I started playing a little bit today, so I'll still get into that. We had the Halo Reach night last night, which was really good. We had about 14 or 15 people at any given time kicking off in the custom games. Really good night. And I've just been mucking about in all the rest of my games. A bit of Space Marine here, a bit of Forza here. Just loads of really good fun tournaments that I'm taking part in just now. So that's me.
Sweet.
Alright, thanks for that, guys. Into our member questions next, and our first one is from Facebook, and it comes from Michael Jason Selby, and that is, how do you find a good balance between gaming and family? Trustbreaker, how do you start us off with that one?
Well, I usually play when the wife is sleeping or at work. So, I mean, there's that, and every now and then when the wife's home, you just gotta, you gotta turn it off every now and then and spend some time, so.
Yeah.
Whenever she is not busy, I spend time with her, and whenever she just really doesn't care what I'm doing, that's when I'm on the Xbox, or like I said, when she's at work.
How about yourself, Foamy?
Well, I agree with Trustbreaker. It's not that you have to balance. It's more like which one's the priority, and you focus on that one. And whenever you have a chance, you go back and spend time gaming. Yeah, I mean, I try to play late at night or when the girls are sleeping and my wife is also already in bed, or when she's still at work and you manage to get a little bit earlier and have a couple of minutes of gaming.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Very much on the same boat as my gaming comes at night. Normally about 8 o'clock I'll start gaming. The missus will go through the room and watch TV. I'll start gaming. Kids are in bed. During the day, if I get a bit of spare time, it's just playing things like trials or racing games, nothing too violent, so the kids are alright with that. And they like giving me helpful tips like, don't go in the grass, Dad, or, oh, you crashed, or they're helpful like that.
Yes. Very much a happy wife is a happy gamer dad.
Yeah, definitely.
And there are going to be times where you're going to have to work out a deal to be gaming while it's during the day, or the kids are running around and your wife is doing something, and you have your interviews or podcasts, and you have to work out something to be able to have those extra times. But It's always something like Trust Breaker said, a happy wife, it's a happy gamer dad.
And if that doesn't work, there's always money. Pay them off to leave you alone.
Yes, here's some money. Go to the bingo tonight. I'm busy.
That's right.
Well, they say diamonds are forever, so you can't keep giving that diamond every time you need to go back and play. Oh, here's your diamond. Well, honey.
And our next question for tonight comes from Paul McDowell, and that says, what do you think is the most anticipated game of the year? Foamy, how you start us off with this one?
Foamy?
Yeah, sorry. I think it depends. If you're a nerd wannabe, probably you're going to say Mass Effect 3. But if you're a perv, you might want to say Tomb Raider. If you think you're so cool and you want to hang out with bad guys and you feel a badass, you might want to say it's Borderlands 2. So it depends on the eye of the beholder. I'm waiting for Borderlands 2, but then there are also Resident Evil Raccoon City Operation coming soon. There's a bunch of games coming out that are going to be fun. So it depends on what you like. I mentioned some of the ones that I think are going to be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. How about you, Trustbreaker?
I hate to say it, but I think it's going to be Halo 4.
Yay.
And BioShock Infinite.
Yeah, that's looking really good now. I think one game I know I personally am really looking forward to is Trials Evolution. I really enjoy Trials HD, and to get a bit of 4-player multiplayer action in there, I think that will really make it such a huge hit.
Oh yeah, indeed.
All right, thanks very much for that. Our next question is a really good one from Benjamin Baker, and that's, what do you think about games having separate review scores for both multiplayer and single player instead of having them all added together in one lump sum? Trustbreaker, be first.
Well, I actually like when they have two different scores, because technically, in essence, the game is two different games in one. Like, say, Call of Duty, the multiplayer is totally different than what you have in the single player. There's different features and things like that. So I really like how they are doing the reviews for that. I don't mind it.
Yeah, I think it's a better idea. You know, it's as I've said quite a few times. You know, a lot of games can have really, well, not bad, but poorly executed single players, where their multiplayer really brings the game into its own, or vice versa. You know, there are games that have atrocious multiplayer, but the single player campaign's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, being able to judge on separate scores instead of going, oh, that game got a 10, it must be really good, and finding it doesn't really suit your taste is, you know, definitely something to look forward. I think it'll be really good.
I kind of agree, but I'm going to say the truth. I think it's a freaking marketing strategy. Just to lure you and to get the game. Because if you don't like the single player, but then you see good reviews on the multiplayer, it's like, oh, it's pretty much screwed up on this one. Oh, but I'll get it because it's very good on this one. So it's, instead of giving you one bad review for the whole game, you can have a bad review for one part and a good one for the other. So that might make you think on probably getting it because of that good review.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's good, and you can say, I'll buy it because of that. But it's all, personally, I think it's all about the marketing. And, of course, yes, it's helpful, and it's going to be beneficial for us. Because like Womble said, the single-player missions are really crappy, but at least I know I'm going to have fun with the multiplayer, or vice versa.
Yeah, take Bioshock 2, for example. I think the storyline was good on that, but the multiplayer was just a horrible piece of crap.
Yeah, and at least with the 2 reviews, I know, at least you'll know that it's going to be bad, and the other one good, so you won't be surprised. You know what to expect.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks for that, guys. Right, on to questions from GamerdadsLive. Our first one is from Laughing Jedi, and that's, what's your favourite gaming snack? My personals, it's either a bit of Nobby's nuts, nice sweet chili nuts, can't beat them, or a bag of Doritos and some dip. Nice and simple. Trustbreaker, what about you?
Corn nuts or Gardettos. Absolute favorite Gardettos.
What are Gardettos? Never heard of them.
It's a snack mix that has like these seasoned riot chips and pretzels and
Oh,
so very
pretty good.
Bobby, what about you?
I try to avoid snacks and get my controllers all messy and full of grease and have to clean them later. But if I'm gonna be munching something while I'm playing, it might be some chips or some stuff that my daughters might be eating while I'm playing and they're dropping on the floor or stuff like that.
Yeah, nothing worse than a sticky button, eh? Alright, our next question from Laughing Jedi is, who's your favourite comedian? Foamy, you.
I know we have a lot of those there on Gamer Dads, amateur wannabes and real ones, but from TV, I don't know. I was gonna say George Lopez, but I'll be lying. That's not true. I don't know. I guess I'm not a big. Oh, you know what? Adam Sandler. That's true. He's not like a stand-up comedian, but I like some of his dumb, silly movies.
Yeah, really. Yeah. It's different, yeah. Trustbreaker, what about you?
I'm going to go old school on this. Some of you might know who this is. You youngins. Some of you might not. Gallagher.
Nope, no idea.
No.
Must be too young for that.
Hitting the watermelons with a hammer? No?
No idea.
Maybe some of our audience will know that one.
Wow.
Maybe the older ones like X and...
Shocking.
My favourite comedians, a couple of Scottish ones. Frankie Boyle, he's quite good. He can be quite offensive at times, but yeah, he's generally really funny. And Kevin Wilson, I think. I probably got his name wrong there.
I know. I don't have any idea either, so...
Yeah.
I was just agreeing with you.
And right, on to the next question from Mr. Jedi. And who would win in a fight, Master Chief or Batman? I'm going to roll myself out of this question because I'll just be completely biased, being a big Halo fan. So, Trustbreaker, who do you think would win in a fight between Master Chief and Batman?
Bats. Only because, what does Master Chief have? A few guns? That's it?
Spartan armor and shields.
Oh,
that has nothing to do with
it.
There goes drilling himself out.
No, Bats could totally take him out. He can pretty much build anything that would, take him out.
And what about you, Tommy?
I'm gonna put my 2 cents. I think the question shouldn't be asked to begin with. It's like it's not gonna be something that we'll agree. Like everyone's gonna have their own opinion. It's like asking who's better, Pelé or Maradona as soccer players or stuff like that. You can't agree. Who's the best boxer, Muhammad Ali or Sugar Ray or Mike Tyson? No, it's on this case it's different genres. So no. Unless they come up with a dumb game of Capcom, Bungie Universe again, ACE, and again I'm gonna go back to the marketing strategy. So I'll say I don't care who wins. I like them both.
X just texted me, and he said Batman would win every day.
Alright, thanks guys. On to the last of our questions from Gamer Dads Live. And this one comes from our very own Trustbaker. And what is your favourite game heroine? How about you answer this one first? Trust.
Jill Valentine. Resident Evil.
Nice. Is that for abilities or looks?
Both. And I'm not talking blonde Jill. I'm talking old school Resident Evil 1 brunette Jill with just yeah.
Pizza's here. What about yourself?
I'm gonna say Tomb Raider.
Of course.
Lara Croft, yeah.
Lara Croft, yes. And then I can add some more. I can say Catwoman and this last Batman. Especially in the slow motion scenes where you could see her up close. And if I can add another one, I'm going to say the statue of Harley Quinn. The one that you unlock while you're playing.
Yeah, you got a point there. I'll agree with those two. They were both pretty hot.
Yeah. There's so many that you could say, but after seeing the Tomb Raider video at E3 and just playing that over again, closing my eyes, yeah, it's got to be Lara Croft.
Who can't go wrong with that one?
Yeah,
I thought you were
definitely.
going to say Cortana.
Well, there could be, but I doubt there's much you can do with an AI.
Yeah, true.
How about Samus from Metroid?
She's in a suit all the time, so you don't really see her as much.
Oh, what if you can take the suit? Probably then once that happens, we'll be able to discuss that.
Yeah.
And there's Cat from Reach as well, I suppose. Watching her walk's always good.
I don't see no one mentioning the ones from the girl on the game from Xbox at the beginning. I can remember the name. Unbelievable. I just have the picture on my mind, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I don't know who you're talking about.
That game with a lot of girls and they will fight and...
Dead or Alive?
Yeah, exactly. Dead or Alive.
There's a lot of jiggling in that game.
There was a lot of jiggling.
I didn't want to get into details, but thank you, guys.
Alright then, our last question from Laughing Jedi is, what's the longest you have ever played continuously? Flomi, what about you?
Lately, I'll say 4 hours. With work and family, and it has to be one of those days where my wife has to go to work and then drop my girls with my sister-in-law, and I'm home alone, and I can play a couple of hours here just by myself. And I say it's 4 hours because you have to do the cleaning and stuff like that. When I was younger, it will be probably 6 to 8 hours, more or less.
Trustbreaker, what about you?
I have played for 12 hours straight. Before.
Nice.
Not lately, but I have before.
That's quite some going. Well, just last night I played for 5 hours in Halo. Started at 11 o'clock, just after 11 o'clock last night, and was still playing at just after 4 o'clock this morning, so yeah, that's some going. Recently that's the longest I've stayed up and played. On the days off, generally I've got Football Manager on the background in the PC. I just flick on and off on that whenever I'm spamming message boards or whatever. Not quite to X's capacity, but I get there. So yeah, I've logged quite a few hours on Football Manager, but I've not actually played as many hours as I've logged. So on to our next questions now, and it comes from the very own Spam King X. And that very game-related question of boxers or briefs. Trustbreaker.
Bikini briefs.
Bikini briefs. Ooh, nice.
Too much information.
Sexy. You know you guys like it.
Especially the frilly bits.
Yeah.
Follow me, what about yourself?
I'm just going to say, only a pervert like X will ask a question like that. Why does he want to know what am I wearing? My answer will be granny panties, but it's not true. It's going to have to be brief.
Tidy whities?
No, granny panties.
Granny panties is very lovely.
But no, I'll go with brief. Or the other alternative is going commando.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm going to ruin several people's day and just say I go commando. Let it all hang free. Okay, and right then, following on from that harrowing image there, another proper serious question from the X-Man this time, and it's at what age do you allow your kids to play first-person shooter games? For me.
It all depends. It all depends on the type of game, the goriness level of it. Call of Duty, you might see it a little bit more blood or more gory. Halo might look a little bit more toned down. It's not the same seeing just sparks coming out of the Martians, and it's not that realistic than Call of Duty or where games are interacting.
Yeah, definitely. Trustbreaker, what about you?
I think when my kid can officially beat me in any one-on-one match in Call of Duty, then he's good to go. No,
so you're going to be beating down on your kids for the next couple of years then?
Hell yeah. Serious answer. I don't know. Teenage, 12, 13, 14, around there. 8, 7.
I think all really depends on the kids themselves. How can they deal with that sort of stuff? As Foamy said, Halo is a bit less graphic than like Call of Duty or maybe Battlefield, that sort of thing. Especially if you go back to the day in terms of Quake and all that, where you could give opposing players. The games are certainly a bit less graphic now. Playing campaigns can be fine. The likes of the Halo campaign, I've let my 5-year-old play it a little bit. He hasn't played too much, just the first couple of missions, and he does alright. But going forward, it'd be the likes of the more hesitant I would be of letting him play online. With some of the kids you get on there just being total idiots, to be fair,
I know. Oh, and it's all about also the supervision, regardless of the age. If we let them play at 5, 6, or even at 15 or 16, but they're getting into the online gaming, it's always good to have a little bit of supervision just to make sure.
Yeah. Well, as much as you supervise your own kids, you can't guarantee that other kids are going to be the same,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay, and moving on from getting the munchies, it's on to our closing argument. Foamy, anything you'd like to say to the folks of GamerdadsLive?
Well, it'll be nice to. It's always fun to be here and sharing ideas and coming with silly stuff, but it'll be good to see different faces around here. So I invite everyone that has a chance to take a couple of minutes, hours, my wife might say, to join us and share your ideas here. That'll be fun to see different people.
Yeah.
No, yeah, definitely. If you have a Connect, get Avatar Connect, and you're more than welcome to come along and host with us sometime. We'll always put a shout out a couple of weeks beforehand, so yeah, you're always more than welcome.
Unless your name is Javier. No Javier's allowed in my podcast. I just want to say thanks again for this wonderful podcast, and to all you people in the cold weather on the East Coast. I'm going on vacation in the nice Florida weather, so have fun in the coldness. And I am better than all of you at Call of Duty.
Yeah, opinions. Well, I would just like to once again thank everyone that's taken part in the Modern Warfare 3 tournaments across from GamerdadsLive, A-Gamer and Lousy Gaming. It's ticking along quite nicely now, just a couple of weeks left to go. So yeah, once again, thanks to everyone there. Thanks Foamy for setting up the FIFA 12 league, quite enjoying that, despite my humping from X. Cheers to that. Next time you won't be so lucky, I'm telling you. Well, hopefully. And yeah, thanks for watching, and well, that's pretty much it for the February podcast on GamerdadsLive. I hope you've enjoyed. From myself, Star Foamy, Trustbreaker, bid you good night.
Good night.
Good night, folks.
Well.